Into the studio we go. Michelle Crackiola is standing by and has the #1 Conference pregame performance. Howdy, Mish.
Howdy, Ryan. Well, the Penguins weren't too happy with their energy level on Sunday in Chicago, where they fell to the Blackhawks by a score of 3-1 to close out a 3-game road trip. But the good news is that the guys had a day off on Monday and are rested and ready to come away with a better result against the same opponent here tonight. And speaking of energy, rookie forward Rutger McGroarty brings a ton, and his performance in St. Louis is the focus of our Shenderovich and Fishman back check. Just 4 days after his 21st birthday, he got his first NHL assist in the opening frame, and then scored his first NHL goal with just 25 seconds left in regulation towards overtime. And only 6 Penguins since 05-06 have gotten a multi-point effort at a younger age, and that list is Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Gordon Stahl, Chris Letang, Oli Mata, and Daniel Sprong. Rutger is playing with the captain and Brian Rust, who said Rutger's work ethic and intelligence really stand out. Now with that, let's take a look at our impact players. For the Blackhawks, it is Artem Lechonov, the blue liner out of Michigan State, was drafted 2nd overall in the summer. The 19-year-old made his NHL debut last month, and speaking of rookie multi-point games, he recently had 2 helpers against the Devils, making him the 3rd teenage defenseman in the last 30 years with a multi-point game for Chicago. As for the Penguins, it is Brian Rust, who recently became the 9th player in franchise history to score 200 goals. He said 1, it means he's getting old, and 2, he's really proud. When he came into this league, he hoped to stick around for a couple of years, and now here he is. Sidney Crosby said his line mate has earned everything he's gotten. He's a great example for everybody, and he brings it every single night. Now let's take a look at your goalie matchup presented by MSA. In net for Chicago will be Spencer Knight, acquired from Florida at the deadline as part of the Seth Jones trade. The 23-year-old Stanley Cup champion made 28 saves the other night at United Center and is now 2-0-1 in 3 clear games against the Penguins. And down at the other end, in goal for Pittsburgh will be Tristan Jarry. He has won 4 of his last 5 games at home, going 4-1 with a 2.19 goals against average, a .934 save percentage, and 1 shutout. And overall, the 2-time NHL All-Star has points in 8 of his last 11 starts. Now here is a look at your injury report. Phil Tomasino has been diagnosed with a concussion, and Blake Lizotte is day-to-day with a lower body injury, and the guys who've been out longer term are status quo. As for tonight's lineup, Matt Nieto slots in up top after being called up on an emergency basis. Mike Sullivan called the veteran forward a terrific person and a great pro who brings the right intentions, the right effort, and the right energy, whether he's here or in Wilkes-Barre. Finally, before we sign off, here's a quick look at tonight's in-game prize activations. Remember, every time a trigger hits at a Penguins home game, you are a winner. Good luck. Now that is going to do it for us up here. Puck Drop is coming up in just a few minutes. Enjoy the game, everyone.